What's up, guys? Gary from the Third Rate Duelist here to present yet another fourth rate deck for all of you guys. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite decks, and it's Ojama ABC. Let's get started. First off, we go 2A, 2B, and 2C. 3 is too cloggy with the Ojama stuff. 2 is the perfect ratio. And for all of those who don't know, when A is sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to add a light machine type union monster back from the graveyard to your hand. When B is sent from the field to the graveyard, you add a light machine union monster from your deck to hand. And when C is sent from field to grave, you special summon a light machine union monster from your hand. We go 2 Ojama yellow, 2 green, and 2 black. We play 2 because we do play Magic. Drawing multiple copies makes Magic dead though, and you really want to deck thin, so you play 2 in case you do draw one, make Magic more alive.
So how come not 3 then?
3 is way too cloggy. You puts way too many Ojamas in your hand when you don't need them, and there's already 7 targets, so I feel like you have a good chance of drawing any Ojama at any time. Plus, they are searchable with Pajama.
Okay.
Or it gives you easy access to the Magic. And then last for the Ojamas, we gotta play 1 red. I was playing 2. The reason I played 2 was for the Ojama name. And when he is normal summoned, you can special summon up to 4 Ojama monsters from your hand in attack position. So a handful of Ojamas in him is pretty good. It starts link plays. But I opted the second one out for a card I randomly pulled and thought was the tits in here, is Draconat.
Alright, so what does this card do, Gary?
When he is normal summoned, you can special summon 1 level 2 or lower normal monster from your hand or deck in defense position. So he just extends plays, furthers plays, starts whatever. He's just a really good tech in my opinion right now. I've been testing it, love it. He's won me some games.
Pretty good?
Pretty good.
I like it.
Like, everyone thought I was kind of crazy at first for playing it, but until I proved them wrong. Then we played 2 dragons. You could play 2 Darkworm, 2 Destrudo, but I feel 3 of the dragons is too much, and the reason why I play 1 and 1 is because if you draw Darkworm, Destrudo, or if you draw Darkworm, then Darkworm's kind of dead, so Destrudo's at least live from your hand, and then you also play the Black Rose Dragon, so you can board wipe if you need to. Just 3 dragons is too much, 1 dragon's not enough. And then last for the monsters, we play 1 Gem Knight Lazuli, we'll say. That's how we'll pronounce it. And then when this guy is sent from the field, or sent to the graveyard in general by a card effect, you can target 1 normal monster in your graveyard and add that to your hand. That is the reason why I opt for him over the Garnet. So I can add back the Ojamas and give me discards for the Goblin, for say, or ABC, whatever discard outlet I need.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
And then for the spells, we play Triple Union Hanger. Searching out pieces is good. Equipping pieces makes the ABC out faster. Just generic ABC. Oh, and also you want to hard draw this because I do play 2 Dragon's Ravine for the dragons. I feel you can swap the ratio if you want, but me personally, I like this ratio. Just because I typically do search out the Ravine 9 times out of 10 with Terraforming. And we play triple of it because adding field spell is awesome.
So why do you search out the Ravine over the Hanger?
It usually gets more plays going, and I want to typically, with searching this, I want to hard draw into the Union Hanger a little easier. So that's why I play 2-3.
Okay.
And then what makes the Ojamas actually good with ABC is Ojama Miscellation.
Alright, so what does this card do, Gary?
So what this card does is you reveal 1 light machine type fusion monster from your extra deck, which will be ABC in this case. Then you banish Ojamas from your hand, field, or graveyard up to the number of fusion materials listed on the card, and special summon fusion materials from your deck, hand, or graveyard as long as they have different names. And then also its second effect is you can banish this card, shuffle 3 of your banished Ojama monsters back into the deck, draw a card. So this card helps spam out the ABCs faster. That's why we don't play 3 A, B, or C. Just helps link spam, helps make big boards.
It's a pretty good card.
Then another starter card. We play Triple Brilliant Fusion. Drawing this card is probably one of the best cards to draw in the deck.
Okay. So why Brilliant Fusion? So why did you opt to play this in the Lazulu over, like, 4 other cards in the deck?
This card gives you 1 additional normal summon, which could make or break you. Like, you could go this, hit Draconet special, and then summon another. There's 4 monsters right there. So it just helps link boards, helps further plays, really. And then also its second effect, discard a spell to make your Gem Knight Fusion attack and defense original again. But the main purpose for that is to send the magic.
Okay.
When this card is sent from your hand to the graveyard or the field, you add 1 Ojama green, black, and yellow. So,
Okay. So you use Brilliant Fusion, discard Ojamabc?
yes, between this, and Assimilation, it's a 3-card extra link.
Okay, can you show me the 3-card extra link at the end of this?
Sure thing. And then hand traps, if you time it right, kind of hurt the deck. So we do play 2 Called by the Graves. The supers are still in Blue Eyes. Haven't swapped them out. Kind of lazy. Whatever. Perfectly good timed Ash will hurt you, but if they time it wrong, you could play around it 9 times out of 10.
So usually you can play around an Ash.
As long as they hit the wrong item, like if they hit the Dragon's Ravine, then I can typically play around ashing that because I'm typically sending magic, adding 3, going ham.
Okay.
1 Foolish Burial, sending an Ojama to the graveyard, sending a piece, sending a dragon, sending anything to the graveyard really is good in this deck. It revolves around your graveyard, so sending it won't hurt. Monster Reborn, because it's Monster Reborn, duh. And then last, for the traps, we play Triple Pajama.
So what does this card do, Gary?
He is protection for your ABC. Whenever ABC, a light machine fusion monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, I can banish 1 Ojama card from my graveyard instead. Which, that ABC protection makes it good. And then its second effect is, during either player's main phase, I can add 1 Ojama card, discard any card. So it helps get magic to hand, helps get assimilation to hand, as long as you have another discard. And its third effect is, whenever this card is sent to the graveyard from anywhere, special summon as many banished Ojama monsters as possible.
That's pretty good.
Yes, but in this build, I feel like we could probably play 2. 3 is too much. I would opt the third one out for an Ibli or a second Lazuli or however I said it, just because those would probably help further plays, and drawing Lazuli is pretty much a dead card. It puts 3 other dead cards in the deck, so try to make Brilliant Fusion more live. Ibli to get a free summon. Whatever I get my hands on, I'll test. But in this build, we only need 2. My original Ancient Fairy build, you needed 3.
Okay.
So, onward to the extra deck. We go Triple ABC. Now, you could probably get away with 2, but there are times I've been wasteful and I needed the 3rd, so I play the 3rd.
Okay.
I'm kind of an aggressive player, so if I can get multiple copies out, chances are I'll try. And because we're playing the Brilliant Fusion, we go 1 Straphanite.
Okay.
Most of your monsters require a normal summon for their effects, so Straphanite just helps extend boards. And then for generic links, we play Space Insulator and Underclock. And the reason we're playing Space Insulator is so we can link out with any of the Ojamas. The only downside is he gives them an arrow.
Okay, but most time you can link out of the Space Insulator if you need to.
Yes.
Okay.
And then for the Nightmare package, we go Unicorn, which was supposed to be in the mail a few days ago, which hasn't. Kind of butthurt. 1 Cerberus, Goblin, and Phoenix. Extra link plays, of course. And then generic link, we play Decode, because you can get him out with 2 negates pretty easily. And then Borreload, the reason he's still in here is for big booty, non-targetable monsters, like Chaos Max, for example. Because I know the second I take him out, I'm going to run into it and regret taking him out. But you can opt him out for Skull Dread, or any other link monster you really want. Or Griffin, another example. Black Rose, board wipe, good. Unless you're going against Nightmares. Sook, if I do get an Ibli, he will come out for a Mermaid. just so I can help further my plays, get an extra summon out,
Extra link more efficiently.
extra link more efficiently. And then last but least, Dweller.
So why Dweller?
Herds Goki. Haven't really played Goki, honestly. Every time we go, I'm in the loser bracket or the winner's bracket, and the Goki player's in the opposite. So never really played them. And I also hear Burning Abyss is coming back, so Dweller is pretty good.
Okay.
Onward to the side deck. No, don't mind the blue cards. I have them. Just too lazy to swap them. Brandon's let me borrow his. But for tributes, out extra link boards, we got Sphere Mode and Lava Golem.
Okay.
The reason I do the one Lava Golem is because there are times you don't have your opponent don't have 3 monsters and you don't want to tribute one of yours, so you just boom.
Okay.
And then double Veiler. Veiler is probably the best hand trap right now just because of the fact it targets. So you could target and disrupt the chain block for the Soul Day. Play Twin Twister going second. In case we go into a back row heavy deck, Pin Magician, Sky Striker setting their stuff after
Altergeist.
Yeah, Altergeist. Main phase 2 card, Regeki, or turn 2 card, Regeki. Because Regeki. Spellfrag for going first. Now, this card does hurt you, so set your board up before playing this, because this will slow you down just as fast as it slows down the rest of the meta. Mainly Sky Strikers. And
Kill Sky Strikers.
Yeah, and any other spell-heavy deck, really. And then Mind Crush. Any deck that searches just kills.
Yep, everything searches right now.
Everything searches right now. And then last but not least, Red Reboot for the Altergeist matchup. Like I said, Brandon's let me borrow his just for the video. I have mine at home. Too lazy to bring them.
Okay.
I guess time for that 3-card extra link, huh?
Yep. So these are the 3 cards you have to draw?
Those are the 3 cards you have to draw. You can do it with just these 3, but we're going to play it out with just 5. Because you do need a discard for Goblin.
So you're just going to draw a blank card?
I'm just going to draw some blank cards.
Okay.
If I can stop dropping them. No.
Alright, so these 2 don't matter. You have to draw these 3?
These 3 is what you need.
Alright.
So really, you could do it with just these 3 because of Assimilation's banish effect to draw a card. But we'll add the 2 so we can actually have a discard. Start off, you go Brilliant Fusion. We'll send any Ojama, it doesn't matter. We'll send green.
As long as it's a normal.
As long as it's a normal. We'll send green and Lazuli to summon Seraphinite. Lazuli's effect. We'll add back the green. Now you'll go Brilliant Fusion second effect, discard the magic. Magic effect. We'll add yellow, black, and green. Which having 2 assimilations kind of broken because you could do it multiple times a turn. Doesn't really matter. But you'll go normal. And really you could go with the B since we already have it. But we'll say we didn't have the B. So we'll additional normal summon.
Okay.
You'll link out for Space Enslater. Then you'll go Simulation. Now what I try to do is I try to keep one of all the normals in access to them. So like send the black, the green, and the yellow. That way I can keep magic, shuffle that back in, make magic more live. So we'll banish these 3. Summon A, B, and C.
Now, does field placement matter?
It does, because if you place them in the wrong position, you will be forced to link with that monster, and then you can't further your play as well. What I typically do is B always goes under my link monster so I can get the first search. and then A and C don't matter. I typically keep this place open, so whenever Goblin comes on board.
So whatever extra link zone, extra monster zone you're not using, keep the monster zone underneath that one blank?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and then here, you'll link out for Cerberus, or Phoenix if you started over here. B effect. So we already have the B. I typically search B just because I like searching. But we'll search C in this case. And then we'll go... This is where, before we get going too far, this is where, at this moment in time, this is where you would shuffle this, or banish this to shuffle these guys back in to draw a card. If you wanted to do it just with the 3 cards, just so you can have a discard off of Goblin. But we have a hand. We're going to play it like that we have a hand. So
okay.
We'll link into Goblin. We'll go chain link 1, 2, 3. We'll discard assimilation. Doesn't matter. Draw. And that breaks it too. But then A will add back C. C will special summon itself. Don't special summon here because you do have Goblin's effect for additional normal summon.
Now, do the chain links matter whenever you linked off for the Goblin with the AC and Goblin?
As long as you put him before C before A.
So C has to be chain link 1 or else you can't do the AC loop?
It could be as long as A is right after. So as long you can make him go 1, 2, 3 if you wanted to.
Okay.
As long as A is the
resolves first.
As long as A resolves first.
Okay.
And then Goblin. Or actually, because we have Hanger, why not break it even more? Search the final piece.
So why don't you go ahead and just do it with just those 3 cards?
Okay, never mind then. Whatever, I didn't want to break it anyway. Alright, but we'll normal off a Goblin. Link into either Cerberus or Phoenix, depending which way you went. Kayla, shut up.
Fight me.
And then, since we have them both, we'll go 1, 2.
That's the C you have in hand, correct?
This is the C I have in hand.
Okay.
We'll add A.
Okay.
C. We'll go A.
Okay.
And then...
Link into Unicorn?
Yeah, yes. I was going to do that last, but we can do that now. Link into the non-existent Unicorn, because Mailman sucks ass. And then you don't have to use A here, but can if you want. Last but not least, we'll go ABC for ABC.
So why don't you go ahead and show that you banished all 3 pieces. Alright, cool beans. And then you can still use assimilation to draw a card?
Yes.
So you 3 card extra linked with 3 cards left in hand after doing the assimilation.
Yes.
Seems pretty good, Mr. Lane.
Hell yeah.
Alright, well, Mr. Gary, anything you want to say at the end of the video?
Dragons Ravine for the win. I want to thank Judy at the Spry Shop for letting us play every week, expanding her shop so now we can play with more players. Come on down, hang out. Brandon for helping me with every card choice in this deck. Joe for not killing me because I'm dating his sister. Giving me all the secret rares of all the cards like Hanger, all the commons, icky commons I had. Dennis for getting me the brilliant fusions. That's really it. Come swing by, have fun, like, subscribe, comment. See you next time.
Later, YouTube.